2020. What a year. I don't really know what else to say, honestly. This year, I'm not gonna be doing a best of 2020. It's more of like a, what do they call, like a year in review or whatever. I didn't really do all that much this year, at least relative to what I usually do. A lot of it has to do with school. That has been taking quite a bit of time, along with me just finding stuff to do in other activities that aren't really related to YouTube, and, you know, I don't really share a lot on YouTube. I've been taking away a lot of the good out of 2020, as shit as it's been, and, yeah. So just to start at the very beginning of the year, even though this video, I tried to get it up by the end of 2019, and it technically was still 2019 in some time zones when it went up, but it ended up just going up January 1st. That was my first, like, proper video essay, which was on Outer Wilds. Now, as much as I love that game, I love making videos about it, I love speedrunning it, I love, you know, it's just, like, my most favorite game of all time, and I don't think that's gonna change for a while. I'm actually pretty disappointed with how that video turned out. Now, that's not to say it is a bad video, obviously, they had its own pitfalls. It was my first, video essay. I guess if we're speaking in terms of my first video essay, that's pretty monumental. I'm glad it turned out the way it did. And a lot of my videos, they usually get no more than 200 views. It's just like an average thing. This video went to 20,000 views. I'm still surprised about that a year later. I had an ambition with that video. It took, I think, around 6 months to make from start to finish, mostly because of the collaborative work that went into it. But personally, I actually want to remake that video because I know I can do it better. And I think instead of doing a video essay on it, or I mean, it's still going to be a video essay, what I tried to do in this video was sort of retell Outer Wilds, but in a way that is interesting and doesn't exactly ruin the entire experience for new people, but it's more tailored towards people who have completed the game or who are experienced in the game, where they can kind of re-feel what made the game special. And that was the general premise, was to try to make a video essay that does Outer Wilds justice and manages to allow experienced users to relive that in a weird way. I don't think I accomplished that very well, which is why I want to do a sort of retrospective instead, which I have a few things planned, and it's just a matter of contacting support on a few companies, but, you know, that's fine. Also, just before 2020, I reached 300 subs, and look where I am now. I hardly did anything this year, and I'm already past 700, which is, I mean, phenomenal to say the least. Not to say I don't appreciate it, or I'm not proud about it at all. It's more, I've kind of lost what makes subscriber milestones special, because it absolutely is great. It's just, it took so long to get to this point. It's been over 5 years. I think you can understand where I'm coming from with that. Here's an interesting thing. January 15, that was when I got my Oculus Quest, which was my first proper 6DoF VR headset. I've tried VR before then in like an arcade thing, and of course the Nintendo Labo, which I have plans for the Labo in the future. I've been having a phenomenal time just across 2020. As of now, I've put a total of about 1,600 to 1,700 hours into this headset. I've really enjoyed everything about VR. And out of that, I began speedrunning Superhot a little bit, which I need to revisit that because I know I can get a sub 12-minute run. I've been caught up in other things. But I did this video. It beats Saber, but I have 1 month to get good. I'm so glad I did that because I still love Beat Saber to this day. I still play it a lot, and as of now, even though I don't post too many videos on it, I've been playing it a lot on my free time, to the point where I almost got into the top 1,000 players on the ranked global leaderboard. As of now, I'm top 1,500, and I fell out of it because with recent updates, the leaderboard mod broke, and I couldn't submit scores, and it was a whole debacle, but I'm still up there, and I'm still really happy with where I'm at in Beat Saber. I do plan on making more Beat Saber videos, and more videos that include Beat Saber as a topic, but as of now, that's just gonna stay in the background. Those are, oh boy, and I'm just realizing how many background projects I have, oh my god. Yeah, so sprinkled throughout the year, I did more Beat Saber videos, which, I mean, those, a lot of them are kind of they're kind of lackluster compared to what I do now. I mean, the villain virus completion video, that was about... That's still about where my skill level is right now. It kind of peaked, which is a little sad, but I think that's more of a physical limitation. I think if I do wrist weights, I could probably get better. As of now, that's where I'm at with Beat Saber. Oh yeah, I remember. April 6th is when my old piece of shit MacBook got. And that thing was just fucking done. I think it literally melted some of its own internal components because of how poor it is at cooling itself. So that thing is done for. I actually made a video entirely on my phone for the first time in a while, which was my first T for God video. I do want to revisit T for God. As of now, actually as of a few months ago, it went to its open world phase. I need to talk with the dev again and be like, hey, what's up? T for God, I'd imagine it's way better now than it's in its open world stage. I can imagine that being really fun to do. And then I got back into speedrunning Outer Wilds a little bit by uploading 6 speedruns at once in April 25. So yeah, that was cool. In April was also when I finally beat the officially released Ghost. Fuck all the officially released maps, including Ghost. That's all I have to say for that. I did another T for God video at May 1st. And then I played in a Beat Saber tournament May 17. Well, that's when I uploaded the video at least. Then I beat Night Raid with a Dragon May 25. A lot of VR-centric stuff has been going on this year, and then also that's when I started that. So May 31st is when I uploaded the first Minecraft Hardcore Plus video. That series is not dead. I've just been dealing with hardware complications and Vivecraft and performance, and because I'm usually stuck at like 40 to 50 FPS, and Vivecraft is honestly, like, as weird as it sounds, it is really mentally and physically draining to play Vivecraft, especially when there's a lot of performance issues. But I have found a thing where I can use virtual desktop through my network card instead of through a router, which means I get much better performance and it is much more stable, especially considering the network isn't hogged. So now I can actually play Vivecraft at a smooth 72 FPS, which is perfect. Hardcore Plus will be starting up again sometime late January, early February, I don't know when. That will be streamed over on Twitch, and then highlights will be made with every 2 or 3 streams. Around May as well is when Outer Wilds finally released for Steam. God, I still need to edit those streams. I did a set of 4 streams where I revisit the game on PC. I 100%ed it. I speed ran it. I did all the achievements, did glitches, all the endings. I did fucking everything in the span of 14 total hours. I want to compile those into a couple videos as like a revisiting Outer Wilds thing. It won't be too spoilery. It's more just like me fucking around with it, which I had a good time. I really liked playing it on PC. And I even submitted a couple of PC speedruns, which is kind of funny because some people were like, but why did you post this if you already have a better time? I don't know, it's like console and PC have different speedruns. I really need to get back into speedrunning too because a lot has changed and I think we finally have a auto splitter. I also did a speedrun for Boneworks, which I've been practicing Boneworks in the background. I want to get another speedrun of that out because I think I can definitely get a sub 40 minute now that I am pretty good at b-hopping, but I might be able to get a sub 30 minute. Then in July 16, I uploaded my video where I do a mechanical breakdown of any percent, and I tried to summarize a lot of the mechanical quirks for running the game as best I could for PC and console, and that was all fun and good. July 22nd is when I uploaded my video where I completed Villain Virus, which is still the hardest map I have ever completed. Currently, I'm working on beating a few new maps, mainly Machine Gun Style, Finorza, and then like there's this other one I'm working on beating right now. Oh yeah, the new Killer Beast. The new Killer Beast made by Muffin. That one is like an 11 star, and it's such a pain to do, and I've gotten so close to beating it a few times. But that's besides the point. And then there's a dormancy period where between July 22nd and October 16, I did not post anything. And that's where I made my video, so I didn't actually quit. And that was where I explain how I took a break for mental health's sake because it was such a fucking mess. And yeah, that was when I posted my video on the beta, which unfortunately the initial video got corrupted because Windows is stupid and I fucking hate Windows. October 31st is when I made my first Phasmophobia video, which was pretty fun, and I really want to revisit the game now that the prison map is officially out. I did play it in the beta, and yeah, that's where we are now. I haven't posted anything since, and usually I'll get like 50 to 150 videos uploaded per year. I didn't even do 50 this year, and I mean, I guess that makes sense with the current state of 2020 and just motivation, and obviously I'm still toning it down a bit for mental health's sake, like I said in my So I Didn't Actually Quit. You know, it's been rough. It's been rough, and I wanted to start up videos again in December, but you know what happened? You know what fucking happened? I got COVID. I'm not even kidding. I literally got COVID, and it was just more mentally exhausting than anything, because I had pretty tame symptoms, pretty mild symptoms, which I'm happy about, but like I said, mentally exhausting, and I just couldn't get myself to work on or record videos, and it is what it is. But for New Year's resolution's sake, which yes, I know New Year's resolutions is kind of a fucking joke because of how everyone says they'll do it and then they don't do it and whatnot. So here's the thing. For anything creative, any, work or, creative hobby or whatever it is, no matter what it is, my main issue is making ideas come to fruition. And unfortunately, with just how I am with workflow and, working on stuff, it's really hard to keep a consistent drive. And unfortunately, because of that, a lot of ideas remain as just that, ideas. And to sort of combat this, I've come up with a solution because a lot of my ideas, or just everything I'm trying to manage, is all mental notes. It's all a fucking mess to try to manage, along with all of my personal side projects I like working on, or, just general stuff that I don't do on YouTube or for YouTube. And my solution was a task manager. Now, get your funny ha-has from Monday.com out of the way. I already looked into Monday.com. As good as it is disgustingly overpriced, but that's besides the point. The one that I found for just personal use, really easy, really simple, and it's free, is ClickUp. Now, I'm not sponsored by them. I'm not really endorsing them either. I'm just trying it out for now, but I'm organizing all my YouTube videos, all the videos I'm editing for other people, and all my little side projects, and even just like random stuff that'll come up. I'm using ClickUp to help me manage these and organize them so I don't have a bunch of random sheets of paper which are going to get messy real fast, or a bunch of like text documents or spreadsheets, which I could do all of that, but honestly, task managers are just way better for managing that shit, especially because it's, designed to do that. It's not just like an Excel sheet or a Google Sheets thing where it's just a mess and everything's manual and it's all, you get the point. I'm using ClickUp, and hopefully a lot more videos and better videos will come out of this. Expect 2021 to be very similar. It's just that you'll see me more frequently, and some of these video ideas and video essays can finally come to fruition, because I don't want them to stay as just ideas, because I feel like I can do some really cool stuff with these videos, but just pushing myself. I think a lot of you can relate to that, but I haven't really had anyone to talk to about this, specifically on the content creation side of things, but I'm sure some of you can definitely understand that. But yeah, like I said, 2020, what a year. I'm gonna go work on some videos. I'm gonna get this video up, and then, yeah, we're gonna be rolling. 2021 is gonna be a vibe. That's all I have to say. It's gonna be a vibe. Fuck 2020. And, Merry New Year's, motherfuckers.